Hello and welcome to my Facebook Live series. My name is Kristin Grayce McGary, and I'm a holistic and integrative healthcare provider, a licensed acupuncturist, certified in functional medicine. I'm certified in advanced cranial sacral therapy, homeopathy, neural therapy, perineural injection therapy, lots and lots of cool modalities. And today we're going to piggyback on my topic from yesterday. If you listened yesterday, you heard me speak about energy zappers. And if you didn't hear that talk, please go back and replay it because it's really good. And before I move into my energy suppliers, I want to give you one more energy zapper that I forgot that feels really important to share with you. And then I'm going to go into all of my energy suppliers and ways to energize yourself. Here we are, stuck inside, isolating during COVID. I want to give you all of my tools and tricks of how I stay energized. All right, but first, this one energy zapper I forgot yesterday is not following your passions. If you are not following your heart and you are not following your soul's passions and destinies, sharing your gifts with the world, it can drain your energy. It can seriously zap your energy. So follow your heart, follow your passions, contribute in a way that feels fulfilling and as if it's your destiny in the world. All right, that's it on energy zappers. Hi, Ahu, welcome. Next, I'm going to move to my energy suppliers. So some of this you may have heard, and half of it you probably never heard. So bear with me. If you have any guesses as to what I might be talking about in terms of energy suppliers, where are things, places, substances that you can use to boost your energy from the inside out? So that means it's not a fake energy like coffee. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about real energy. I believe we have this incredible opportunity right now to build ourselves up and to emerge from this pandemic even stronger, more resilient, more powerful, more vibrantly healthy than before. So how do I do it? What's my plan? Well, number one is hydration. Now this might seem matter of fact, but many people that I work with come to me. We do a functional blood chemistry analysis lab in this very unique way. It's a way I interpret a lab, but it's also a way I can order a lab. And I find people almost always have dehydration. They're just not drinking enough. You may be not drinking enough. So please put water, bottles of water on your countertop and make sure you drink them all throughout the day. Now, some people don't do well guzzling water. That's okay, just sip on it every 30 minutes, every hour, have some water. Next would be the type of water. So rather than just faucet water that's often chlorinated or fluorinated, go ahead and consider spring water whenever possible. Do your very best. Some people have springs in their area, some people don't. When I was living in Boulder, Colorado, we were so blessed to have 2 incredible freshwater springs, and it would get brought to my door, which was super handy. Ahu's asking a great question. How much water per day? So here's a trick. Take your body weight in pounds. I am from the United States, so my education, unfortunately, was in pounds. Take your body weight in pounds and divide it by 2. And that's the number of ounces you need every day if you're a couch potato. Yeah, if you are exercising, if you drink tea or coffee, if you take a medication, if you go for a walk, if you go to work, you need more. So that's just bare bones basic. In my first book, Holistic Keto for Gut Health, I have a whole section on water. And I actually translate it in that book, metric system, to different units. So internationally, you can figure out how much water you need for your body. Very, very good. Very important. Thank you for that question, Ahu. My next energy supplier is touch. So touch can really, really shift your hormones, your chemicals in your brain, your endocrine system, and your immune system. Now, we're isolating right now. So if you don't have family with you, hopefully you have a pet and you can cuddle your pet. If you do have family with you, cuddle your family. Give them long hugs, like 2 minutes or longer. 2 minutes is like the minimum for a good hug so that you get some good chemicals in your body. And this can give you energy. So touch can be really important. And if you don't have anyone at home, I don't have anyone at home right now, so I can touch myself. I often, daily, am doing self-care massage on my body, touching my body. I hug my body. I tell my body I love my body. And this actually can give me energy. It can give you energy too. All right, my next tip on energy suppliers are greens. So you can eat leafy greens, hugely important, and can give you a lot of energy because they're full of phytochemicals. That means plant-based nutrients. And these phytochemicals give you these micronutrients in your body. Very, very important vitamins and minerals that actually give you energy. So it's okay to have green stuff in the morning because it can give you energy throughout the day. I'll give you some of my tricks around greens. So some people don't always have access to organic greens when I travel, depending on where I go. Sometimes I have access, sometimes I don't. So I bring my own. And I wanted to show you a couple of green mixes, green powders that I'm using. I use different ones each day. Sometimes I skip a day. Sometimes I do just all sorts of combinations. So I have, and I'm going to share some of my favorite products with you, and doing my best to, I don't have any affiliates. Well, I have an affiliate to one of them, 2 of them, but most of them I don't. I'm just kind of using them to show you what I like to put in my green drink. So this one is an organic mixed grass powder. This organic mixed grass powder, this one's by Sunburst Superfoods, but you can get them from all different places. Just make sure they're organic. And this is a combination of wheatgrass, barley grass, alfalfa grass, and oat grass. And it's excellent. I love this. I do a big scoop in my green drink. This, I do have an affiliate link. So if you want to get this, get it on my website. Please, under lifestyle and products, you will find Innotech. I love this company. They have amazing products. I might do a whole Facebook Live on their stuff because it's top notch. This is organic, fermented organic greens. Fermented greens. It smells so amazing. You know how people don't like green stuff because they think it tastes bad? You add this to your green drink and it does not taste bad. It tastes scrumptious. Maqui powder, great antioxidant. It's such a beautiful deep, deep purple. I also will use like acai powder. And Ahu is asking a couple of questions. Yes, spinach. Can spinach hurt your liver? I think there are many other things in the world that are more impactful to your liver than spinach. I think spinach is pretty darn good. Now, if you have certain challenges with your kidneys, spinach can be high in oxalates, so it can be a little harder on your kidneys and other organs. It really depends. Spinach has both iron and calcium, which can compete a little bit. So spinach isn't necessarily great if you have a broken bone because the calcium and the iron will compete. You want to maybe do other leafy greens that have higher calcium and lower iron. So, but in terms of your liver, I'm not so worried about the spinach. I'd be more worried about the chemicals that might have been sprayed on or around the spinach. Another question coming in. Do the things I'm talking about work for keto? Yes. Green drinks work for keto, absolutely. And you can even beef them up and add MCT oil. You can add cacao butter, melted cacao butter. You can add coconut oil. You can add coconut butter to it. So you can beef up the fat. You can add an avocado to your green drink if you're keto. You can add some more fats to beef that up. I often will use full fat coconut milk. Now remember, if you're using fats, like for keto, for example, or you're doing my holistic keto, which is a healthier version of keto that helps with your gut repair and modulating, balancing your immune system, it's very important to make sure you're able to digest and absorb all those fats. So please consider taking a digestive enzyme with ox bile in it. That will help you digest your fats more easily. You want to work up slowly on that ox bile because it can cause diarrhea. You also want to take some betaine HCl, hydrochloric acid, to help you digest and absorb your foods better, as well as enzymes. You need both. Okay, other energizers in my green drink. I'm doing an organic maca powder. Now, a lot of macas, this says raw and organic, which is great. But maca actually needs to be toasted to release the adaptogenic properties so you get a lot more energy from it. And so toast your maca on the stove when you buy your raw maca. Here's a spirit tonic. So mind, body, spirit. And this particular tonic has herbs in it, some Chinese herbs and American herbs to boost energy, to calm your spirit, calm anxiety, but boost your energy. Here is another adaptogenic ginseng powder that I will often add to my green drinks. All right, so there's my green drink powder for added health and energy during my day. There are some other really important energizers that I want to share with you. Another one is exercise. So exercise, although if people are feeling tired, can be challenging to get your butt off the couch and away from Netflix and go work out. But moving your body actually gives you energy. Let me explain how. In every cell, you have a little organelle called the mitochondria. And the mitochondria is like your energy factory in your cells. And when you exercise, you increase the number of mitochondria. This is really important for lasting energy. Really, really important. So it's true. In the beginning, it might be a little more difficult to get your duff off the couch and get working out. But in the long run, it's going to really increase your energy. So you thrive, so you really emerge from this pandemic, even happier and healthier and more energized than when you entered. All right, there's a question coming in. Does the first one I showed have any grains in it? No, nothing I've shown today has any grains. Here's another one. Oh, I love this one. Has no grains at all in any of these. This is an adaptogenic powder. It has ashwagandha, rhodiola, tulsi. It has chaga, which is a mushroom. It's got some wheatgrass. Amazing. So although we're talking about green drinks and exercise and water and touch, I also want to talk about adaptogens. Adaptogenic herbs can really boost your energy. They can be an incredible energy supplier because they work from the inside out. And during this pandemic, this particular grouping of herbs is even more important because so many people are stressing right now. And adaptogenic herbs help you adapt. They help you adapt to stress in your environment. They help you adapt to stress in your body and your mind. So if there is a stress, for example, when I travel a lot and I have overnight flights and have a layover in an airport and my cortisol's all screwed up because I traveled all night and I'm awake at odd hours, or I'm at a tango event and I'm dancing tango somewhere all night, adaptogenics can come in and help my body de-stress and give me natural energy by helping my body adapt, acclimate, and build resiliency. So that was another one, adaptogenic herbs. There are many different kinds of adaptogenic herbs. I like to take a couple different formulas that are liposomal. This is a liquid formula that has a fat molecule around it, but don't worry, it won't make you fat. It's used because it enters through the cell wall more easily, so it can bypass digestion and go right into the cells. It's pretty much the next best thing to an IV. So I have a couple of my secret formulas of adaptogenic herbs that I take that are mostly liposomal. A couple are in pill form. And if you're interested in learning more if those are appropriate for your body, you can go to my website at guthappyketo.com. You could also send me a direct message on Facebook, and we can set up a complimentary consultation. I call it an optimal wellness consultation to see what might be appropriate for you. I don't like to just throw herbs at people. I'm not so much of a protocol gal. I really like to individualize things and honor your unique biochemistry so that you don't fall through the cracks, so to speak. I notice a lot of people hunting for answers, and they look on Google and they're kind of falling through the cracks of the Western medical system. So I like to individualize things so that you don't fall through the cracks. I help catch you and empower you and inspire you. All right, more energy increasing ideas that I've used with myself and in my practice. So we've talked about water, we've talked about greens, we've talked about green powders, we've talked about exercise, we've spoken about adaptogenic herbs, and we said touch. So next, I'd like to say something that may surprise you or shock you. That sleep actually is important for your energy. Oh, I'm teasing. It's probably not a shock at all. But a lot of people don't realize that getting really good sleep actually gives them energy. And not just getting good sleep, but going to sleep at a reasonable hour. There's something in Asian medicine called the Harari clock. And every hour is associated to an organ in your body and a meridian in your body. And if you're awake too late at night, it can disrupt certain organs and energies in your body. And this can actually cause you to be more tired during the day. It can also cause menstrual disorders and liver disorders and cognitive challenges, memory issues. It can also cause insulin resistance and prediabetes. There are some really interesting research studies done on nurses in hospitals working the night shift and how their blood insulin levels and their blood sugar levels did not fare so well. There's also really interesting research on people who were forced to stay up and not sleep well. 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours. And by the end of 72 hours of staying awake, they were almost looking like they were diabetic. So the way your body metabolizes and deals with blood sugar, which is very, very connected to your energy levels, are very dependent on sleep and good sleep. So this is also so important to consider. So when should you go to bed? Well, depending on the part of the world that you're in, look at going to bed around 10 p.m. because the energy of the liver and the gallbladder start to awaken at 11. We want you to be well asleep before 11. So 10 is a good gauge. Now, some of my artist friends and musician friends are probably pretty upset with me saying all this. They're like, oh my gosh, but I'm so creative at night. I want to stay up late. Well, that's okay every once in a while. We'll get you some adaptogenic herbs so that your cortisol doesn't get messed up, and we'll balance your blood sugar, your metabolism, and your insulin. So if you're willing to do a little extra work, no problem. But not to make it a habit, to really do the kind of self-care. I believe that staying up every once in a while, no problem. We want your body to be resilient and be able to adapt. But if you're doing it regularly, it will cause health issues. And people, I'm so sorry, if you work the night shift, hopefully you don't always work the night shift. I honor you. We need people working the night shift, and see if you can swap it out every other month or every other week so that your body can regulate and you can get some good sleep at the correct time for your body. All right, let's see. Any other questions coming in? All right, so send me other questions if you have them. Let's move on to other energy suppliers. Nature is an energy supplier. If you look outside, depending on where you are in the world, there is vibrancy in Mother Nature. Vibrancy, regardless of the climate that you're in. There is life force in this planet, and we can hook into that, tie into that, and work with that energy anytime, anywhere, even in an airplane. And so to do this can be very, very powerful, to be in nature and harmonize yourself to nature. I've spoken about this before, there's a kind of coherency between your heart, your brain, and your environment. And so if you can get into that rhythm, that would be really, really energizing. Now, it may calm you down. If you're feeling anxious or nervous, or you have trouble slowing your mind down to meditate, being in nature may take it down a notch for you. So the kind of energy you're going to be cultivating is resiliency. It's a kind of energy that's stable, that's more even keel rather than up, down, up, down, up, down, if that makes sense. So nature can really be a source of energy for us. There's another question coming in. Why do some people have more energy at night? Great question, Ahu. So some people can have more energy at night for various reasons, depending on their metabolism, depending on what they've been eating, depending on how their brain has been wired from childhood, depending on the habits that they've been implementing. All of these things can contribute to people waking up at night. So the evening time is the yin time of day, and the daytime when the sun's out is the yang time of day. So from an Asian medical perspective, we could also look at the balance between yin and yang. If there's an imbalance, and depending on what organs might be impacted by that imbalance, then it could cause someone to be more awake at night and more sleepy during the day. So we would be looking at all the aspects of your biochemistry, your lifestyle, and also your thought patterns, what has been trained in your brain for you in terms of your patterning and awakeness and your creative outlets. So, and then there would be ways to balance that depending on your unique biochemistry. All right. Other energy suppliers. I love that someone guessed this. Thank you, Ahu. I love it. Kissing is on my list of energy suppliers. It kind of goes along with the touch. And if you have a loved one at home, kissing can be a beautiful energy supplier. It can really wake you up and get oxytocin flowing and really good, happy hormones. So kiss a loved one. We call it consensual kissing, of course. Definitely consensual kissing and touch, please, everyone. All right, next energy supplier is the sunshine. So I talked about being out in nature, but the sun can actually be an energy supplier. Well, it definitely is for Mother Nature. Without the sun, we wouldn't have green things and we wouldn't be able to grow food. But how does it work in humans with our bodies? Well, there is something called sun gazing. Now, I don't mean with your eyes open. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Your eyes need to be closed when you're looking at the sun. Do not look at the sun with your eyes open, please. Close the eyes when you look at the sun. And if you do this first thing in the morning, during the sunrise, and you allow the rays of sun to hit your forehead, which in some philosophies, this is a third eye area, but it really connects deeply to your pituitary and your pineal gland. And when you gaze at the sun at sunrise and your eyes are closed, you're allowing the sun's energy, the rays, to penetrate you in a unique way. And I invite you to try it and see how it feels. It can actually balance your melatonin. That means melatonin is a hormone your body makes to help you sleep at night better. And if you're getting a better night's sleep, you'll have more energy during the day. So if you close your eyes and you gaze upon the sun rise and you allow it to hit your forehead, it will help specific hormones be produced in your brain. That will give you a better sleep at night and more energy and alertness during the day. So that's something you can play with as well. All right, let me consult my list of energy suppliers. Another energy supplier that you can do in your very own home. I talked about exercise, and there's lots of ways to exercise in your house right now. But dancing, whether it feels aerobic or not, can be an amazing energy supplier. You can get so much energy from dancing and from music, from listening to music that inspires you, that excites you. And so get up off that couch and turn Netflix off and put the phone down and play your favorite music and boogie. Even if you have a tiny apartment, you can do a little boogie in your kitchen or in your bedroom. Get on top of your bed and boogie. So, and this can really get hormones going. It gets energy flowing. It can move your lymphatic system and help flush that out, which also helps your immune system and helps you get more energized. So consider dancing and listening to music as a way to boost your energy and your spirits. Anybody else have any other ideas that you've used as an energy supplier? Go ahead and type them in. I'm curious to see if anyone else has any successful energy suppliers that you would like to share. While you're typing those in, I'll give you some of my exercise energy suppliers that I do. I'm doing a lot of gyrokinesis right now. Gyrokinesis is a form of gyrotonic. And gyrotonics is what I call Pilates on speed. So not because it's fast, but because it's even deeper. Because the work is not based on tensing muscles. The movement comes from your low dantian, underneath your belly button, your low belly. It comes from what's called your seed center. And we actually move through a release of our joints, a lengthening of our joints. And this particular gyrotonic and gyrokinesis specifically works with your nervous system in a beautiful way. It can really down-regulate your immune system or your nervous system. We're often yawning in class because we're down-regulating, and guess what? A down-regulated nervous system is a healthy nervous system and gives you even more energy. It robs energy from your body when you're stressed because your nervous system takes it up. So this particular exercise, routines, philosophy gives you energy. I work with gyrotonic Bodhi, in Boulder, Colorado. And I also work with Sarah at the Seattle Changing Room in Seattle, and they are both doing online gyrokinesis classes almost every day. And they're incredible. The Boulder studio, it's on donation only. Sarah's classes are about $15 to $20 each. They're an hour and a half. Just incredible. And you never have to have done gyro before to do a beginner class. And it's amazing. And it really gives me a lot of energy. Next exercises that are energy giving is I cycle. I used to be a runner and my body said, stop running. So I did. And now I cycle, and cycling can really boost my energy levels. There are some days where it feels harder than others, and that signals to me I need a day off. And so I listen to my body, and if I do 2 or 3 or 4 days in a row, then I take a day off from cycling, and I let my body rejuvenate, regenerate, and boom, my energy levels are high. For those of you that have met me and have been around me, you'll understand that I don't usually get tired. I don't have an afternoon slump. I have a lot of energy because I take extraordinary care of myself, really strong acts of self-love. Other exercises that I love to do that really help, and you can do right now, is hiking and walking. I love jumping on a trampoline as well for lymphatic system. I love doing some light weights when my body asks for that. Some push-ups and sit-ups, although in Gyrotonic they have really, really good ab workouts that don't crank on the back and feel incredible, and they're really deep, deep. So we're not just tightening superficial muscles, we're really going deep to our core. So hiking is another option, or long walks can get things just moving. I think for me and a lot of my patients, doing cardiovascular exercise really boosts your energy. So consider cardiovascular instead of just a nice walk. A nice walk is very, very good and important for your health and your brain, but not necessarily as good for boosting energy as if you were walking uphill and you were out of breath. That seems to boost energy better. All right. So I have given you many, many energy suppliers today. I hope you enjoyed them and will implement them, use them in your daily life, starting right now, so that you can emerge from this pandemic happier, healthier, stronger, and more vibrant. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'll tell you our topic tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about self-care strategies. What do I do? I've named just a couple here, but what do I do for self-care? And I'm going to walk you through a little physical self-care that I like to do. All right. I wish you a beautiful, blessed day. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Facebook Live. Thanks so much. You can find me at guthappyketo.com, GUTHAPPYKETO.com. Thanks, and bye for now. Be well.